the DJI Mini 2 and the DJI Mini 3. The DJI Mini 2 has got 3 features that the DJI Mini 3 hasn't got. Let's do this. So hello, welcome once again to the channel. So the Mini 2, this little fella's been with us now for what, almost 2 years, and the Mini 3 has come along with its new advanced features, focus track, spotlight, active track, all the rest of it. I'm not going to go into the details. If you're new around here and you like the Mini 3 content, or the Mini 2 or the A2S, any drone content, then why don't you consider subscribing and dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. You know the score. The aim of today's video, you know me, I like to go out testing, I like to do different demonstrations, and I've been doing my research and doing my homework. So this little fella, the Mini 2, has 3 features on it that are not available as yet on the Mini 3. So let's get straight into the video and I'll show you exactly what it's all about. So number 1, it was the hand launch. I did a video on this a couple of weeks ago. I'll leave a link up there somewhere. And basically there was 2 methods. One was a pull down and the other one was a throw, which you can see in this next section. This is not available on the Mini 3. So this next one was a favourite of mine on the Mini 2, which I like to call the course lock yaw. Basically, we're just going to whack the drone out here a couple of 100 meters, and what used to happen was you was able to yaw the aircraft and get some nice cinematic shots. Probably most of you would know this. Some of the new users, they won't have known, but you will see in a short while when it starts to return to home how you can actually yaw the aircraft. So we're just returning to home now, and it's pointing towards the direction of coming back, and I've now decided that I'm going to yaw the aircraft to the left hand side, and as you can see, we used to get that nice smooth cinematic shot. The idea was that the drone was obviously flying back to its home point in a straight line, and you could yaw the aircraft and move the gimbal as you wished. But unfortunately that is not available on the Mini 3. So taking a look at the Mini 3, I'll just whack it out, similar kind of distance, just making a few adjustments there. Unfortunately on the Mini 3, when it returns to home as it is doing here, points in the right direction, you will notice above there's a new feature added on the auto return to home. It now gives you a countdown in seconds on how long it's going to take, or the ETA, estimated time of arrival to the home point. But you can see here, all you can do is move the gimbal up and down. That's all I'm doing, is moving the gimbal up and down. I'm hard over on the left stick and moving it left and right, and nothing's actually happening. So that feature unfortunately is not available on the Mini 3 as yet as we speak. So back to the Mini 2 and number 3. This was a feature that I found around about 6 months ago, and I actually passed this on to Where the Roberts, some friends of mine in the USA, and they did a nice video on it actually. But basically what you could do on the Mini 2 is when it was in the return to home situation, where it's coming up to very shortly, basically what you could do is make the drone go faster on its way back. You'll notice that I'm in sports mode, go home, and it's now starting to return to home. If you keep your eye on the speed, which is indicated just here, the average speed for the return to home in all modes is around 10 meters per second. Once it gets up to 10 meters per second, I hit the full throttle forward, and you can see it's actually gaining speed. I'm actually going into the wind. Well, the wind is sort of almost head on as it is, but that gets up to around about 13 meters a second, which can be an advantage for you to gain that distance over time. It's just a little something that I found a few months back. Like I say, if you still own the Mini 2, give it a try. Get yourself out in sports mode, hit the return to home, and you'll be surprised how faster you can make it come back to you. Unfortunately, again, this feature is not available on the Mini 3 as yet, unless DJI get the finger out. So there we have it. Mini 2 comes out tops on those 3 features, and to be quite honest with you, I would expect that those features will be available on this Mini 3. The one thing I do like about what I call the course lock is the fact that you can yaw that aircraft into a position as it's coming back from home and get some nice cinematic shots whilst it's travelling back from home. Also, the increase of the speed on the return to home, that could be quite useful if you're running really low on battery. And not forgetting the hand launch and the hand catch. It doesn't work on the Mini 3. Don't try that. As you saw, I left a link somewhere up there for that video that I did a few weeks back. I think the return to home feature where you can yaw the aircraft, that came in a firmware on this Mini 2 around about 6-8 months ago. So hopefully, if DJI get the finger out, then maybe they can add those features to the Mini 3. So, hope you found that video informative. If you have, give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't, well, give it the thumbs up twice, because that always works. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.